What up, everybody? Kevin Jackson here. If you feel the need and you want to get in touch with the hot topics from today's headlines, you got to check out The Booth with Keith Sinista1 Hayes. Tell him Kevin Jackson sent you.
At Audios, our engineers have created a breakthrough in wireless loudspeakers. We developed a new way to experience sound. Audios, the future of loudspeakers.
Hi, I'm Eric Young, the co-founder and CEO of Audios, and we're building the first fully wireless loudspeakers for venues and event spaces. With Audios, all you have to do is place the speakers where you want them and press the power button. The speakers automatically build their own wireless network, connect to each other, and start streaming. That means you have 0 cables and 0 cable replacements. A 300-person event that would take 1 hour to set up only takes 10 minutes with Audios. Our wireless speaker doesn't need Bluetooth or Wi-Fi router and has 2 patents granted. To learn more, go to republic.co/audios. For a limited time only, anyone can invest and become a part owner.
Gronk.
What up, TB?
What do you think my next move should be?
I got one word for you. Retirement. Tamp down the stress and amp up the relaxation, baby. Retirement is like winning another championship. Maybe I'll even join you. If you retire now, you're gonna be walking on soft sand in a week.
On the Spotty Network, this is what Tom heard.
Tampa Bay and win another championship.
Tampa Bay?
Maybe I'll even join you. If you retire now, you're soft and weak.
Go to Tampa Bay, win another championship.
Like it's that easy, Gronk. Maybe it is. And my goal is to bring a championship to Tampa Bay. And Gronk's coming with me.
Mom, where are my football pants?
Don't trust big decisions to just any network. Go with T-Mobile, the GO in 5G.
And I'm not soft or weak either.
T-Mobile is the leader in 5G.
Can you dig it? Can you dig it? Can you dig it?
This is blasphemy. This is madness. This is the booth.
Staring down, looking at the blood-stained concrete. You're the dead MC, lying at my feet. You took a 9mm rhyme straight to your mind. Damn, my better split. This is my time, so I make my way up the block. Get to home base and lock that up. Crack the Cavassier and grab the phone. Call one of my troops up. Hope the soldier's homie says, yo, what's up, what's going on? Make it quick, cause I'm trying to get my Stella on. Nigga, your girl, I'm in the... These lyrical assassins tried to pull a hit, and then boom, came a noise from the other room. It was the boys in blue with the SWAT crew. They got us locked up for lyrical murder. It's one of them charges that you never heard of. It's the booth. The booth. The booth. The booth. Yeah, it's the booth. The booth. The booth. Yeah, we're killing all your podcasts like the HIV virus. You want to battle this kid? Huh, don't even try this. Back the up, think again, count to 10. You want to grab that mic just to get done in? It's the booth. The booth. The booth. The booth. Yeah, it's the booth. The booth. The booth. The booth. Yeah, it's the booth.
Was he African?
African.
No. He was American, and he was like you. He looked just like you.
He was Jewish.
Just like
okay.
him.
Jew. Okay. It's an odd crime for a Jew to commit.
I'm pretty docile.
Okay, so we have an African Jew wearing a hoodie.
No, you don't.
No,
that's not what I said. Is that what you heard me say? I said he looked like you. Do you look like an African Jew?
No, I look like a cop.
Yeah.
He was Caucasian.
All right, your boy Sinista1 broadcasting live from the City of Champions. You are listening to The Booth. It is March 2nd, 2021, and I've got a good show planned for you guys tonight. It's 7 o'clock. I want to thank you guys for joining me at the top of the hour. I want to thank everybody who's already in the chat, hanging out with me. Vianna Marie, Dave Haggerty, what's going on, guys? Got a lot of stuff to talk about. I actually don't have any guests tonight on with me hanging out, so if you want to drop something to talk about in the chat, let me know. But I do have a pretty good lineup of topics to talk about. But first of all, I got to thank my guest for last week, Bruce Bills. Recording artist Bruce Bills was on this show last week. We've been playing his video, Renee's Pain, and he just dropped his mixtape, V.E.N.T. V-E.N.T. is the name of the mixtape, and it's fire. It's fire. It's very personal. It's very up close, and it tells a lot about him as a young man, and I'm very happy to have him on my show last week, so I got to give big props to him and his mom, and Joopy here, my dog. She's deciding to bring her toy for me to come play with her. She waits all this time till I get on the air, and then she wants to bring this over to me and wants me to play with her. She wants attention. She is an attention hound. She's crazy. So you guys might hear her in the background. There's Jupiter hanging out with us. But again, big thanks to my man out there, Bruce Bills, for hanging out with us last week. Great show. And make sure you go and get V.E.N.T. It's a free mixtape. It's on iTunes. It's on Spotify. It's on Amazon. It's on all the music outlets out there. He also has an Instagram, Facebook page. Hit him up and check that out. And we'll go from there. As you see down in the left-hand side here, Michael Douglas Barretto. He repairs my controllers. 24 hours. Turnaround. Gets it right back to me. I'm back to gaming. So you want to make sure to reach out to MDB Electronics. He's on eBay. He also sells controllers, but like I said, the best thing he does is repairing controllers, getting them back in the 24-hour turnaround time within the U.S. So hit him up. Let him know you heard from me. Rebel Rom is my cousin's clothing line. Want to reach out to her at www.rebelrom.com. She just added some new shirts to the website, so you want to make sure you go check her out. Tactical Target Systems. I like to go and blow off steam at the range and check out some stuff there. And when I go to the range, I bring my own targets with me, and I've got some zombie targets that came right from Don Robertson. He's a great guy. You want to check it out. Matt Cameron in the chat. Matty Cameron. Matty C's for Sports, You and Me. Good show last week. He actually had on some people. Chris Nyland, Knuckles Nyland, NHL Enforcer. Y'all remember Chris Nyland. A beast. And also, Matty, you went live with Savage Semper. Or Semper Savage, I believe it is. It's they make marinades for meats and stuff, so I want to hook up with them. They actually sent me a friend request. I want to check them out and check out their marinades, man, because barbecue season is coming up fast. Went to Home Depot last week. All the grills are already outside, hanging around. And I bought a grill. I actually bought a grill when they dropped the prices before winter hit, when they were starting to take them off the floor. I actually bought a grill then, so I've been waiting to fire this grill up. You know what I'm saying? So Matty Cameron, thanks for tuning in with us. Viana Marie, she's in the chat. You can get her music everywhere online and check her out. She's got new music on the way in 2021, and we're talking about this opening up phases. So you want to stay tuned here and check out any shows that she may be performing at coming up soon, real soon. So we're going to be getting on with that. So as I just mentioned, Massachusetts has just entered Phase 3, Step 1, with Phase 4 to begin in March 22nd. It's supposed to be March 22nd. It's supposed to start. I'm really curious to see how this works out because the numbers are dropping, and as I predicted, it has nothing to do with Biden. It has nothing to do with anything. All it has to do with the fact is that we're past all the major holidays, and here we are. We're past all the holidays. Everybody's inside. People aren't really going anywhere as they were. I'm predicting, as I said, July 4th to be the big get out holiday. That's going to be, by then, a majority of people are going to be vaccinated. The numbers should be way down by July 4th. I think they're going to keep things kind of under wraps. I mean, they're going to release some restrictions, but I think July 4th is what we're going to see as being the big blowout. Everybody get out of wherever and do whatever. So I want to just show you guys something here as how this Phase 3 breaks down for Phase 3. Phase 3 is breaking down right now with Step 2. Indoor theaters and performance venues, we're in Step 1. They're closed, but when we got to Step 2 now, so they'll be opening this weekend. 50% capacity, no more than 250 people. Outdoor gatherings at event venues and public settings are at 100-person limit. Outdoor theater performance venues open 50% capacity, no more than 250 people. I just saw an ad for a place up the street, Carousel Family Fun Center. It's a roller skating rink. They're open 50% capacity. They're actually starting out with an adult night for roller skating up there at the Carousel Family Fun Center. So roller skating rinks, trampoline obstacle courses, laser tag, and escape rooms, 50% capacity. Arcades, indoor, outdoor recreation businesses, lower contact activities, 50% capacity. I'm trying to get Corey Finney on, maybe within the next few weeks, for Supercharged Entertainment. That's a go-kart place up there on Route 1A in Foxborough. Actually, I think it's on Route 1 in Fox, just down from Foxborough. So you want to try to maybe get him on and check that place out. I have yet to go there, but I've been dying to get my ass down there and get into the go-karts and challenge my son again. Driving in flight schools, open 50% capacity. Gyms, open 50% capacity. They were already open. They went from 40 to 50. Vianna Marie in the chat, she says she thinks it will happen when kids can be vaccinated, and I'm not bringing my kids anywhere. And we're going to talk about that because it was a big announcement today. And again, Joe Biden made the announcement, but again, it has really nothing to do with Joe Biden, so he doesn't deserve the praise on this. Museums, libraries, also open to 50% capacity. There is a virtual Van Gogh that's taking tickets right now. You can reserve your tickets. I want to actually check it out. I'm actually waiting to be announced tomorrow so I can see if I scored some tickets to this virtual 360 Van Gogh. It's like a demonstration of all of Van Gogh's art, but it's in virtual reality, which sounds pretty sick. And, you know, for those who know me, I like stuff like that. I like Museum of Science. I love going to all these little places like that. So this Van Gogh experience in 360 VR looks incredible. So I've already put my name in. If you're looking to get into this and check it out, it's the Van Gogh 360 experience. Google it. You got to get in now because tomorrow morning they're going to start giving tickets away or allowing people to buy tickets. So you want to get in now before it sells out and the tickets are all gone. But it's something new. It's something that nobody's ever really experienced of this sort. And Van Gogh is one of the most famous artists of our time. So please, please, please check it out. I'd love to, chat with somebody else who's gone to see this. Restaurants. This is the big one because restaurants have been taking a killing, up here in New England because we've had winter. So a lot of restaurants had to slow down. The big announcement is that as of April 1st, outdoor dining can begin again. And I remember we were driving around back in late October. It was election night. It was election night. We were driving around. Weather was really nice on the night of the election when Joe Biden won. And we went through the North End and the streets were packed. Outdoor dining was packed. It was like 70-degree weather that day, and it all disappeared when winter came. Today it was 15 degrees. You wouldn't catch me outdoor dining today, but restaurants will be able to have and offer outdoor dining in April. The big thing about restaurants right now, it's a higher capacity, and music performances will be allowed in restaurants. So if it's a restaurant that allows performances, you can perform in the restaurant because bars are not open yet. But if you're a bar within a restaurant and you serve food, then these bars are open. But bars with no restaurants are not open at this time. I'll tell you right now, if I owned a bar, I would do everything I would do everything in my power to get a kitchen or I would have had some type of small kitchen put in there. I would have served hot dogs, pretzels, and cheese and school hamburgers if I just owned a bar, just so I could be a food place. Retail fitting rooms. Retail fitting rooms are open for all retail stores. Those are also lifted. So as I said, March 22nd will be phase 4. And, there's a lot more opening in phase 4. And again, a lot more people in the next couple of weeks will be vaccinated as the numbers are climbing. And I'm going to talk about that. I see Sue LaFrada in the chat. What's going on, Sue LaFrada? How's it going? And let me get back into here. Also, got to mention the APCSA Rabies Clinic and Pet Food Pantry. This is an event that's coming up. that's going to raise funds for the ASPCA. They provide food. They help with, it's like a shelter for animals. They do a lot of stuff down there. It's a big facility. You want to make sure you check them out. But what they do is on March 21st, it's $15. You get your dog or your cat rabies shot. And I try to do this instead of going to the vet, because that $15 goes to helping and raising money for the food pantry for the pets there. So if you go and get this rabies shot done for your pet, you're actually helping the facility out with some big costs. So I'm just gonna let you know, you want to go down to their site on Facebook and sign up, because it's gonna fill up fast. I know I just put in for my animals that are going down, and it's already filling up fast. They have the times. You can reserve your spot. Make sure you show up. It's $15 for your dog or $15 for your cat. And then there's an option if you want to get a microchip. I think it's $25 for a microchip. But it's good. It's for a great cause. And like I said, you got to show up at your time that you reserve. Just don't walk up there thinking you're going to get in, because you can't. You got to reserve your spot. But it is a great event. So great way to raise money. Into the news booth still. Tulane University police officer Martinus Mitchum was shot and killed after confronting John Shallerborn. Now, John Shallerborn was trying to enter this gym for a high school game, and he wasn't wearing a mask, and he was confronted because he didn't have a mask on, and the staff of the gym wasn't allowing him in, and he made a big scene. This school police officer, went over to assist him, and he shot him twice, and the officer died from his wounds. He was promptly arrested. There is a story that he had attacked somebody in the parking lot prior to shooting this police officer. So this officer who lost his life, he may have stopped something with his life. They don't know what this guy was going into the gym for. We don't know if he was heading into the gym to shoot the gym up. But because, this officer went over and unfortunately ended up losing his life, and this guy was quickly apprehended and he was arrested. Who knows? So we'll see. This is going to be a crazy story. We're going to have to keep an eye on this and see what the motives were. Obviously, it's somebody that's probably suffering from maybe mental illness or something. We'll see. Moving on in the news booth, rest in peace, Vernon Jordan, civil rights icon. He was a former Clinton advisor. Back in 1971, he became the president of the National Urban League. He was brought to the attention of everybody in America. He was coming from a speaking event, and he was shot outside his house by a hunter's rifle, and he ended up going to surgery. It was like 5 different surgeries. He was visited by, at that time, it was Jimmy Carter went to visit him. It was a big deal, and he became a government activist, and he's been there for years, and he's a big, like I said, he's a big civil rights icon. He passed away at 85. Rest in peace, Vernon Jordan. Moving on into the legal booth, New York Governor Andrew Cuomo he's in hot water right now. He's got this whole scandal going on about the nursing homes and the deaths and lying about those numbers. He's got that going on. He's got now women coming out of the woodwork accusing him of sexual harassment. A third woman has now come out and claimed that he sexually harassed her at a wedding and asked her for a kiss. Who knows what's going on, but these accusations are racking up quick. And he's already asked for an outside independent investigator to clear his name and check this all out. So we'll see. We'll see what's going to happen. But Andrew, you are in some stuff right now. I don't know what to tell you. We'll see what happens with the legal booth here as far as he goes. Moving on into the entertainment booth, Chadwick Boseman's wife. She actually accepted his award at the Golden Globes on Sunday night. Chadwick Boseman took home the Best Actor award for his part in Ma Rainey's Black Bottom. And, Chadwick Boseman's death was already just a tearful moment in entertainment. It was just tearful for a lot of people. This was a guy who acted his butt off. Kids loved him. Everybody loved him. That Black Panther role really put him to the stratosphere. And Here's his wife, Simone. She's just touching. Here's Simone at the Golden Globe Awards.
He would say something beautiful, something inspiring, something that would amplify that little voice inside of all of us that tells you you can, that tells you to keep going. He would thank God. He would thank his parents. He would thank his ancestors for their guidance and their sacrifices. And I don't have his words. But we have to take all the moments to celebrate those we love. So thank you, HFPA, for this opportunity to do exactly that. And hun, you keep them coming. Thank you.
The fact that his family didn't leak this info speaks volumes as the type of person that Chadwick Boseman was, in my opinion. Chadwick Boseman, in this day and age of where family members rat each other out to TMZ and all of these other gossip outlets, the fact that this was hidden so well and kept quiet shows how much his family respected him as an actor and as a family member. When the news came out, I think everybody was in a massive state of shock. And I'm glad to see that he received this award for Best Actor. It's a Netflix film. And I just got to say that it's a tough one. It's a real tough one. And I'm glad to see it. And, his wife is strong. And my prayers and blessings go out to her, the family, and, congratulations to Chadwick Boseman. Rest in peace, man. Heading in deeper into the entertainment booth. I don't know. I'm not feeling this. Early in the week, Mr. Potato Head they were saying that Mr. Potato Head was going to be changing the name and canceling Mr. Potato Head and Mrs. Potato Head because there was this gender thing going on. And the more I read into this story, later in the week, they turned around and they said that Hasbro is going to reverse the decision. Mr. Potato Head will remain. I feel like this was pretty much a setup. I think they used cancel culture as a marketing move. I think that they knew that they weren't moving any Mr. Potato Heads off the shelves. And I think they came up with this cancel culture thing that people were kind of making some noise about. And I think they took advantage of that, repackage it, and you still have Mr. Potato Head, Mrs. Potato Head, but they repackaged it under this Potato Head brand, like the Potato Head family. So you have the Mr. Potato Head, the Mrs. Potato Head, you have the Potato Head pets and all that stuff. So what they did was, I think it was I don't think they were giving in. I think they just did some slick marketing. I think they took advantage of this cancel culture so they can push the potato head family out there and make some money. Look, a lot of these people out there are using the cancel culture as a way to rebrand their product and bring more eyes and more money to their product. Now, Aunt Jemima just unveiled their new product. It's hitting the shelves as of this month. So, again, I'm not a fan of cancel culture in any way. It just drives me up a freaking wall. V.E.N.T is, at this point, I don't care how progression happens as long as it happens, is what she's saying. For some, yes. But like I said, it kind of gets to the point now where you wonder if it's honest, if they're doing it for the honest reasons, and if they're not doing it for the almighty dollar. And that's what my concern is when it comes to things like Mr. Potato. Like I said, I feel like they only did it for marketing purposes only. That's my opinion. We'll see what the sales are in this quarter if they jump up with the new packaging and the new advertising. So we'll see. Also, part of cancel culture, rapper T.I. has been dumped from Ant-Man 3. For those of you who've seen Ant-Man films in Marvel, the MCU, T.I.'s character is part of the Ant-Man series. And he is now canceled from Ant-Man 3 as of today. For those who have not been following the story, him and his wife are being charged with sexual assault. They're being charged with drugging women. It's now up to multiple states. Him and his wife, Tiny, from Escape. They are being investigated. Look, he doesn't need this. To be honest, he don't need this because he's out on probation for those. Remember those gun charges way back? Those federal gun charges? So T.I. really don't need this. He don't. Because if he catches this case and it goes down, his little probation or whatever he's on from those gun charges is going to kick up, and he's going to be going to jail for a long time. A long time. Now, some of these women are saying that they were forced to do cocaine. They were forced to do all types of drugs. This is all alleged right now. And we're going to see. We're going to see what's going to happen here. Because, there were some questions there when they were talking about the fact that, T.I. was seen with all these women and this and that, and how does Tiny not care? And then there was a whole story. I don't know if y'all remember. There was an incident with Tiny when Tiny was with Floyd Mayweather, and they were all booed up and all this stuff, and everybody was asking T.I., and T.I. really didn't have no. And again, we're hearing this. We heard it here on the booth with the Penny Lane, the Marilyn Manson survivor. She said in the entertainment industry, there's a whole nother lifestyle behind the scenes that a lot of people are involved with. This whole swapping and all this crazy sex stuff behind the scenes. We hear about it all the time. We've seen it in movies. And I think it's true. I think this is a big deal behind closed doors. And, a lot of people down there in Atlanta, Georgia, Louisiana, Mississippi, they're starting to talk about, they're starting to come forward, and they're starting to talk about this T.I. and Tiny thing. And I don't think it's going to go anywhere anytime soon. Because once these people start talking, it's like a roller coaster effect. And we're going to see. We are going to see how this happens and plays out. Because like I said, T.I. could be going back to jail before Tiny. And if Tiny's found guilty of anything, she's going to be definitely going to jail too. So we'll see. We're going to keep our eyes on this one and see if how this plays out. But as of right now, T.I. will not appear in Ant-Man 3. Look, people, come on. This is the thing about this too. Some of y'all got some good looks and you just throwing it away. Just Gina Carano, just throwing it away. She was about to get a spinoff of The Mandalorian. She had a toy gone. People got to start thinking, making better decisions, or either maybe it's just people don't, I don't know, but damn, y'all got it all. People have been dying to get that chip like you have, and you just throwing it away. Just throwing it away. Heading into the sports booth. Patriots defense will return to full strength in 2021. Dante Hightower will be back, Patrick Chung will be back, and Marcus Cannon will be back. I'll tell you right now, if the Patriots had those three players on defense, there's a definite good chance the Patriots would have made the playoffs this year and finished above 500 if that defense was there. Why? Because, remember, they played Seattle right down to the wire. They played Kansas City right down to the wire. There are 3 games that we can talk about here on the booth that was right down to the wire that the Patriots gave away, that Cam Newton fumbled away in 2 of them. So you think about this. Those 3 players back, Edelman back, because we didn't have Edelman, this team would have been in a better position. Now, it's funny because Bill Belichick is running around here praising Cam Newton and all this stuff. To be honest, I'm sorry. In Bill we trust. I know that's been the word around here in Massachusetts. In Bill we trust. I'm sorry. We've never, ever drafted this high in the 20 years. For the last 20 years, the Patriots have been at the bottom of the barrel when it comes to drafting because they've been in the playoffs or they've been in the Super Bowl. This is the first time the Patriots have ever drafted this high in the 20 years of the franchise. It's also the first time that they've been well below the cap. The Patriots are number 3 below the cap. That means they've got money. Money to sign somebody. So all this talk about bringing in Aaron Rodgers, nope, Band-Aid. Marcus Mariota, nope, Band-Aid. Keeping Cam Newton, nope, Band-Aid. Let's fix this team. Let's get a quarterback right out the gate of the draft. If you want me to feel like I want that trust back in the Belichick better draft a quarterback in April. Stop worrying about effing free agency that's coming up. Draft a quarterback. You can sign a wide receiver. Go ahead, sign a wide receiver. You can bring a money wide receiver here, but you need to draft a quarterback, get a quarterback in here, and do what we need to do as fans. Real fans are saying, we've never been in this position before. Let's do this. Let's do this. And I know a lot of people out there are talking about, oh, Belichick hasn't really drafted that. Well, yes, he has. Belichick has drafted pretty well. Pretty well for the position that they've drafted from. He's drafted pretty well. So don't sleep on this, people. We've never been in this position before. Ever. It's time to take advantage. Time to take advantage. Moving on in the sports booth, J.J. Watt does not go with his brother to Pittsburgh. TJ, he actually goes to the Arizona Cardinals. That defense is going to be ugly next year. And Arizona Cardinals already took the number 99 out of retirement, and they're giving it to J.J. Watt. But here's my thing, people. Everybody who talked all this crap about Gronkowski being the man of glass and how many times I hate to say this, J.J. Watt's a beast when he's on the field. I'm not taking nothing away from J.J. Watt when he's on that field. When he's on that field and healthy, J.J. Watt is a beast. He's a monster. I'm not taking any of that away from him. The problem here is that J.J. Watt in the last 3 seasons has not been able to play 100% football because he's oft injured. He tore his pec muscle one year. He tore something else another year. He is injury prone. So they only signed him for 2 years. So let's see. Will they get 2 healthy years out of him? Let's hope so. If they can get 2 healthy years out of him, then Arizona is going to be a problem on defense next year. Going to be a serious problem if he can stay healthy for the 2 seasons and not get injured. If he gets injured, it's going to be the same old song and dance. Period. Same old song and dance. I'm just letting you know. And I'm not, like I said, I'm not hating on him. I am not hating on him. So, best of luck to you, J.J. Watt, man. Also in the sports roof, Tiger Woods says golf players' tribute to him was touching. If you guys didn't know, last week Tiger Woods was involved in the car accident just before we went live on the air last week. He rolled his van over off of Santa Monica, rolled down a hill. They had to use the jaws of life to get him out. We heard that his legs were all messed up. He had to have pins put in his legs. Now he's going to have leg issues on top of the back issues. I don't think we'll be seeing Tiger Woods on the golf course anytime soon with everything he's gone through. But this weekend, they actually had an event. The pro golfers at the WGC Championship. As you see here in the picture, all the players who competed this past weekend, they all wore red shirts and black pants, which is Tiger Woods' trademark for when he's competing in a championship match. So it was nice to see these golfers sporting the red shirt, black pants, and a lot of the fans were doing the same. So it was very touching. It was a nice thing to see, and I know he was happy about it. And it's great. It's great to see him be accepted like that. Because remember, years ago when he first came in, there was a lot of racial boundaries he had to cross. If you guys don't remember, Tiger Woods came into golf and was tearing it up, and there were courses down south in the PGA that wouldn't even allow him in there because he was black. And the PGA turned around and was like, he's our money train. You better lift those racist restrictions or we going to take our PGA tour elsewhere. And guess what happened? The power of money lifted those racist restrictions at all those clubs down south when Tiger Woods first came up. So the power of money does a lot. So great thing. Question. Vienna Marie says, do you ever think that maybe Brady's intentions was to come back and retire as a Patriot, and that's why Belichick isn't picking a quarterback as seriously as he would like? Well, here's the thing, and a lot of people don't know. So when players retire from the NFL, you'll see a lot of players. For example, the latest example was Emmitt Smith. You'll see a lot of players, they'll go to play for other teams, and then the team will sign them back for like 1 year contract with the team. They'll sign for 1 year before they like officially retire. The reason why is because in the NFL's player union contract, if you retire from the team that you played the most with, you kind of get like a legacy type bonus in your retirement. You get some type of, it's like I don't know what the exact name of it is, but it's a legacy type bonus, which is why you see guys like an Emmitt Smith go back and sign with the Dallas Cowboys 1 year. I think Joe Montana did it with the 49ers. I also think Jerry Rice also went back and signed for like 1 year. They go and they sign and then they retire so they can get that bonus attached to their pensions. So Tom Brady would definitely do that, but I don't think Tom Brady's coming back here anytime soon this year. Like I said, I feel that Tom Brady moved to Tampa Bay to bring more to his brand. He did this strictly for his brand. He had no intentions of staying in New England. He knew that if he could win a Super Bowl in the NFC, he would do something no other quarterback has done except for one. And his idol didn't even do it, who was Joe Montana. So the fact that he's done that, he is now taking his brand to a higher level. So we'll see what he will do here. So his TB12 brand is booming. Let's see here. Before I get into Biden bombshells, I did have a video that I wanted to talk about. Entertainment booth. Yeah, I wanted to talk about Godzilla versus Kong. I know you guys are going to get sick of me with this, but Godzilla versus Kong released the Chinese trailer for China with new footage. New footage for Godzilla versus Kong. It's some sick shit. Look, I gotta stop watching these trailers of Godzilla vs. Kong because I'm almost about to see this whole movie every time they release trailers with all these new freaking scenes that they add. But then, look, this one here has Kong and Godzilla. They're fighting underwater. And they got some other stuff that they got to... Oh, my God. Look, I'm going to show you guys real quick. Here it is. Godzilla vs. Kong. This is the Chinese trailer of Godzilla vs. Kong. Actually, I'm going to show you guys this first. First of all, I'm going to show you this because this is fire first. I was going to hold it till after, but I'm going to show you this first. Boom.
He trusts her. She had nowhere to go, so I made a promise to...
So if you're looking right here, this is the China trailer for Godzilla versus Kong. But this is I wanted to show this first. This is the movie poster in China for Godzilla versus Kong. As you can see, Godzilla, of course, is on the left, if you don't know anything, and Kong is on the right, if you don't know anything. But this is the trailer, and this is the poster. They also have a second poster that I'm going to get up for you guys. Hold on here. Let me just get this up here for you guys. Boom. This is the second poster that I was just talking about with them fighting underwater. There's a scene in this film where they're actually fighting underwater. Godzilla versus Kong. Underwater. Look, I don't care what anybody says. If you guys remember correctly, I did say that I'm going to be renting a theater in Randolph. April 4th, I believe, is the date. And it's only 20 people. Private screening. And they just announced that IMAX will be available when movie theaters open back up this weekend, which means when I reserve this theater, it will be the IMAX version of this film. I'm just letting you know. It's on. It's on like popcorn. So I was going to hold off and show you those first afterwards, but I decided I was going to show them first because I think they're fire. Fire. So here's the trailer from China. Check it out. Godzilla vs. Kong.
He trusts her. She had nowhere to go, so I made a promise to protect her. He did the same. It's Godzilla.
We need Kong.
This won't end until one of them submits.
Here we go.
First learned about this 7 years ago. On a mission in Brazil to capture a wanted fugitive. When we got there, it tore through our unit in seconds. The target had superhuman abilities. It had the same marking you do, Cole.
It's a birthmark.
What do you mean?
He was born with it.
It's not a birthmark, Cole. It means you've been chosen.
Throughout history, different cultures all over the world reference a great tournament of champions. That dragon marking? I think it's an invitation to fight for something known. As Mortal Kombat.
These are your champions.
I'm Sonya. That's Kano.
I'm Liu Kang.
Name's Jax.
Kung Lao. Lord Raiden. The fate of Earth is in our hands.
No matter how many of my people you put in the ground, we will not fail. Kill them.
You fucking beauty.
So on top of the Godzilla trailer, I just hit you guys with that Mortal Kombat trailer again. Look, March is going to be a beast. March and April is going to be a beast of a time for movies, man. And look, HBO Warner Brothers is doing it right. HBO Max is making me get my money's worth. Between HBO Max and Disney Plus, Jesus Christ, man. Well worth the $12 a month right now. Look, you're getting Godzilla vs. Kong. You get Mortal Kombat. You're getting Zack Snyder's recut of Justice League on HBO Max for whatever little bit. And if you're a cable subscriber, you get HBO Max on if you've got HBO already, so you're not paying anything extra. And then for the $12 that you pay for friggin' Disney, you've got WandaVision, which has been off the chain. You've got Falcon and Winter Soldier, which is going to debut after WandaVision is done. And then after WandaVision is done, like I said, you've got the Captain America spinoff, Falcon and Winter Soldier. And then when that's all done, you've got Loki. And then don't forget, we've got Black Widow waiting in the wings for movie openings. Black Widow is waiting in the wings. Remember, they were thinking about maybe releasing it on Disney Plus. They said, no, we're going to hold off. We're definitely putting this in the movies. It was supposed to come out last summer. They held it off, and it's now going to come out in theaters. I'm just waiting for them to hurry up and release when they're going to release Black Widow in the theaters, because right now, March and April is a lock for me. Look, theaters open back up this weekend. 50% capacity. I like the theater experience. I've got a nice TV. I got a whole setup at home, but it is nice to see certain movies in the movie theater. My Star Wars films, my Marvel films, my Godzilla films, all that stuff with action and just popcorn movies. Popcorn movies for me are theater movies. I gotta see them in IMAX. I gotta see them in 3D. Those type of movies I gotta see in the theater. For me, I could have a big TV in the house, but it's just something about that. I don't know about you guys, but there's something about that IMAX movie experience and that buttered popcorn in your hand. Just takes everything away for 2 hours. Everything just out of your head for 2 hours. You're in the dark with other people. Like I said, you don't even have to have the people there. Well, you do for sometimes. Like if it's a horror movie, you gotta have some black people in the movie theater with you. Yeah, you have to. You have to have black people in the movie theater for horror movies because they provide some of the best one-liners. I'm not lying. Black people provide some of the best one-liners during horror films. You trust and believe me. You've never been to a good ass horror movie unless somebody black says something funny as hell, and you remember that shit. You remember that. Always. Vian Marie said COVID-19, she was so be there. My thing is this option to rent movie theaters is like, it's cheap money. If you don't want to go to the theaters under COVID-19 still and wait to get vaccinated, like I said, my best bet is to rent the theater for cheap money and bring 20 of your friends, closest friends. Check out the Godzilla vs. Kongs. Check out because Mortal Kombat's in April. So if I get the 20, trust and believe me, if I get the 20 people to go see Godzilla vs. Kong, I will definitely be doing Mortal Kombat in April. And if that works out, I'll probably definitely do Black Widow, depending when that opens. It's just nice. It's just like having friends over. We'll be spread out 6 feet, 20 people in the movie theater, that's a no-brainer for me. It's a no-brainer. It's $150 to rent a movie theater for 20 people. $150. Look, I usually go to the movie theaters with 5, 6 kids over the years. 5 or 6 kids over the years. I spend twice as much when I take the kids to a movie versus renting. Trust and believe me. You ever take like 5 or 6 kids to the movie theater? If you're not smart like me and go to Dollar Tree before the film and have them fill the shit out their pockets before the film, because trust and believe me, I'm not paying $5 for Sour Patch Kids. Hell no. I'm going down the street to Dollar Tree. I'm getting the biggest box of freaking Sour Patch Kids in Dollar Tree. It's getting stuffed in your pocket. If it's too hot in the summertime and you got shorts and pants on, guess what? It's going down your pants. I don't care. But we go to Dollar Tree, you get your 2 drinks, and you get your candy. And when we get to the movie theater, don't ask for nothing else other than popcorn, because your pockets are already packed. Trust me, I'll let you get popcorn all day. And most theaters now, they let you get the free refill on the big buckets. So what you can do is, like, 2 kids share one bucket, then when it's empty, you let the other 2 go and fill it up for free. No, I don't do that. But there's some cheap people who do that. Let the 1 or 2 kids eat the one bucket until the other 2 wait till the other ones are done, then go get that free refill. There's some that do that. I'm dead serious. Moving on. But again, yeah, keep your eyes out, people, because it's gonna be good stuff. I can't wait. Moving on into Biden bombshells. As I just said, Joe Biden is marking the 50 million coronavirus vaccine doses. He went and praised all the governors during this National Governors Association winter meeting. I'm surprised that a lot of people out there didn't start. Look, take a look at this picture real closely, people. So earlier this week, they had the CPAC, and they talked about the stage, and they were talking about hidden messages, and I'm surprised people weren't all of a sudden saying that Joe Biden's a racist because there was a hidden message in this picture. And if you don't see where the hidden message is in the picture, to call him a racist, it's the National Governors Association winter meeting. So if you take so let's go back to the movie Boomerang. Y'all remember Martin Lawrence's character in Boomerang, who made everything seem like it was racist or racial? It's racist, man. It's racial. He would look at this picture and that Martin Lawrence character say, see? Joe Biden sitting up there calling out black people. He's racist, man. Racial. Nigger meeting. NGA. Winter meeting. Oh, NGA winter meeting. Joe Biden, you racist. I'm surprised they ain't saying that right now about him. Y'all drop the ball on that one, people. I'm putting it out there for you. I'm waiting to see how many people are going to pull that up and say he's racist now after noticing that he has the NGA winter meeting. Some people are going to be like, hey, he got the A at the end of it, so he can pass. I'm just saying. Oh, craziness. Joe Biden also just announced that Johnson & Johnson and Merck have linked together to get these, I think it's like 4 million doses that they have unleashed. So they're saying with this 4 million that they're coming out, and with this help that Merck is getting them, they're saying that they're moving up the timetable by 2 months. So I'm pretty happy about that. But everybody, please don't start applauding Joe Biden on the back for this. This has nothing to do with Joe Biden. I hate to say this, but part of it does have to do with the fact that Trump lifted those restrictions and allowed these companies to mass produce without all that red tape that they usually have to go through for approvals and things of that sort. You know, that red tape that usually happens that keeps medicines tied up for 3 or 4 or 5 years before the FDA can approve it and see the light of day. I give, that props goes to President Trump. He knew, eventually he realized that this was an issue, and he lifted those restrictions so these companies could work under, not having to worry about this red tape. So it was great. Even though he offered kickbacks to some companies, there were a lot of companies like Moderna and I think it was Pfizer who didn't take any kickbacks from the government. They didn't want to be tied in with that crap, so they used their own funding to make their medicines and vaccines, and I give them, big applause for that. But again, this actually has nothing to do with Joe Biden. Joe Biden's going to, there's going to be a lot of people out there trying to give him the credit for this, but no, it's not. These companies have been working around the clock, and thankfully, they don't have to fall under the red tape restrictions of the FDA and stuff. And we'll see what happens. Now, the Johnson & Johnson shot hits this week. The Johnson & Johnson shot is the one-shot vaccination. In other words, everybody else's shots have been 2 shots. The Johnson & Johnson is a one-shot, and it can also be stored in the refrigerator. It doesn't have to be frozen at this low level. The only thing is that the Johnson & Johnson has a 76% to 80% factor, as far as success. Some people are going to say, yeah, you know what? I'm not going to take the Johnson & Johnson. I don't like a 76%. I'm going to take the 2-shot where the percentage is higher. All 3 do protect against the new variants. So one of the things that you have to make sure of is when you're booking your appointments for your vaccination, make sure you know which ones you are getting. Right now, the top 3 vaccination companies are Moderna, Pfizer, and Johnson & Johnson. I think there's 5 altogether out there, but those are the top 3. And as I said, the Johnson & Johnson is one shot you'll get. And like I said, but the only thing is it's a 76 to 80% success rate. The Moderna and the Pfizer, the one thing that I do know with those, before we get ready to get out of here and end this show and give you some promos, is that a lot of people are getting their asses kicked on this second shot. I know a lot of people are saying when they get that second shot, it is kicking their butt. I know that my employer is paying you. When you get that second shot, they're expecting you to be down for 2 days, and if you are down for those 2 days, my job is actually paying us if we go down. So it is definitely something that you want to pay attention to. I know if my dad's watching, he actually was saying that him and my stepmom were going to go and get it together, and I made sure to let him know, hey, if you're going to get it, that second shot, man, you can't go and get it together. Because if it knocks you on your ass, there's nobody's going to be able to take care of you guys if we don't know. So I told him, you got to spread that second shot out. They can go get that first shot together, but that second shot, Dad's got to... I hope my dad listens to me and doesn't get it the same time as my stepmom, because that would be the worst for them to both have it knock the crap out of them at the same time. So just remember that. Moving on. Coming out of this, we're getting ready to head out of the show. These are my Sinista1 Productions beanies. I gotta say, what's up to everybody who's been buying those beanies here. Look, I appreciate you. I appreciate you, all these people. DJ Bobby Steels, Corey the Barber, Jamie Canfield, Daryl Smith, UFC fighter Peter Barrett, my stepson Ryan, my cousin's son, he's sporting his, Fiona Marie, Travis Partington of Oscar Mike Radio, Matt Cameron of Matty C's for Sports for You and Me, and also adding to this Reappreciate You segment, Kevin Jeffries, host of Happy Hour with Lito. He received his Sinista1 production hat this past weekend. Thank you for your support, man. I am so happy to be blessed by you guys. And I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say other than make sure you guys check out Oscar Mike Radio, Matty C's Sports for You and Me. Matty C's coming on actually at the top of the hour, 8 o'clock. He's coming on after I get off. Oscar Mike Radio is on Thursday nights. You want to check them out. Drafting the Circuits. You guys want to make sure to check those guys out. They're on Thursday nights. I actually produced their show last week. So you want to make sure you check out last week's episode produced by Sinista1 Productions. Good stuff. And as you guys can see, Bubba Wallace, I'm on board. Got my shirt in the mail. I'm on board, boy. With the race team, DoorDash, holding it down. Oh, snap! My aunt is in the chat. My Aunt Beverly Hayes, fam, from Georgia, in the chat. What's going on, Bev? Aunt Bev, celebrating the birthday last week, so happy belated birthday to my Aunt Bev. And that's about it. We're going to get ready to get out of here. March 9th, rapper, artist, Goonie Goo, 2 times, going to be on the show. March 9th, so you want to make sure you check out Goonie Goo here on March 9th. March 16th, Ray Royale will be on this show. R&B singer, Ray Royale, March 16th. And March 30th will be Shea Cotton. Basketball legend Shea Cotton. Thanks to Happy Hour with Lito, Kevin Jeffries for hooking me up. This is going to be a great show. And it's going to be a reunion. Gonna be a reunion in the house. Sports page with Joe O'Neill. My man Marcel Smith is going to be hooking up with me during this interview with Shea Cotton. If you guys don't know who Shea Cotton is, you know what I'm going to do here? I'm actually going to play the trailer one more time for you guys, and then I'm going to let SpongeBob take us home. So before we get out of here, I want to thank everybody for tuning in the show. everybody in the chat what's going on. Make sure you check out Vianna Marie's. Actually, you want to just go to her website, ViannaMarie.com. Just check out ViannaMarie.com, and she's got a linked tree right at her site, so you can just click on everything. But you want to make sure you check out her music, her merch. She's got shirts. I think she's actually unveiling some sneakers that she had on Rage On. So she gets all of her stuff from Rage On. So you want to go check her out and visit her. But I want to thank everybody for tuning in the show. I also got to give a big shout out to Outer Limits Pro Shop for hooking me up this past weekend. Good stuff. I can't wait to get down to the range and practice my stuff again. It's been a great time with this new hobby that I've been trying to lock down for many, many, many years. I finally did it. So before we get out of here again, I'm going to show you guys the trailer for Shea Cotton's Man-Child. He will be here on the show March 30th. And then SpongeBob, do me a favor after this trailer, take us home.
Well, see you next Tuesday.
Thank you for listening to The Booth on Whoobazoo and HatcherRadio.com. Please follow the Facebook page and subscribe to the podcast at Apple Podcast, iHeartRadio, and Spotify. The Booth is a Sinista1 production hosted by Sinista1.
I've got to start hanging out with friends that are a little more intelligent and understand politics and stuff. It's just that I'm up on this level up here, and all my friends are down here. Me, nah. You guys, nah. Maybe a little more down in here. Screw you guys, I'm going home.
I smoke, I drink, I do my thing. These bitches hating, so you know I got to make it plain. Don't do cocaine with your chick, my main. We stick together, true forever, yeah, you know we bang. I miss those days, which was easy. If only I made it, bitch, don't repeat. Now that I done upgraded, I've been upstate, but y'all think I'm playing. And I got a hit now for these weak assholes who think I ain't slaying. Try me, and I'll probably end up laughing, cause I never back down. I'm that chick with a clean ass whip, I don't need that shit, it's like I'm my own now. I get hurt, I get tired of fussing, fighting, guess I gotta crack down. Don't mess with me, cause on everything, I'ma have to bring the whole city out.
WHOOBAZOO, that's Whoobazoo.com.
Enter website.
By the time I was 15 years old, I was considered one of the best players in the country.
Oh yeah, I mean, he was like a rock star at 13 years old.
When I first saw him, it was something I'd never seen.
The term man-child was devised in order to describe Shea Cotton.
High lob for Shea. Oh
Growing up, Shea Cotton was the ultimate ball player at our age bracket.
When I first saw him, I was like, there's no way that this dude is the same age as everybody else.
We were all trying to be as big as Shea Cotton.
And if you were to assemble a dream team of the best 14 and under players in the country, perhaps at the top of the list would be a kid by the name of Shea Cotton.
It was unfair. You know, I felt like, oh, that ain't fair. This ain't fair.
Shea Cotton is the best high school athlete that I've ever seen.
Quarter's been all Monarch so far. High lob.
Man, he was selling out gyms since 6th grade, 7th grade.
Shea Cotton was like LeBron James before there ever was a LeBron James.
If you don't do nothing wrong, and you don't take no money, and you don't cheat on no tests, you're at the top, and you're on your way. In one day, it's taken from you.
Just as much as they'll build you up, it's twice as easy for them to tear you down.
It was so much shit. It was like, damn, how do y'all pile all this on a kid? Like,
it wasn't meant to be. He just had a talent, and he can teach kids what to do and what not to do.
Shea's story is important to be told because he falls into that basketball Bible where it's not just here.
To have people still calling you by your first and last name 20 years later, that means something.
Google Shea Cotton, you'll see.
Larger than life, standing tall. Haters wanna